Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. In today's episode, I would like to direct your attention to the state of Idaho's filing dated June 6th, 2023. It comes on the heels of another filing of that date. The prior episode in this series, we talked about their position on the setting aside of the non-dissemination order, which they opposed. And in this filing, they address the issue of cameras in the courtroom. They begin, this is the state of Idaho, they begin by reminding Judge that the decision to determine whether or not cameras and still cameras and videos and AV equipment should be permitted to record the proceedings in his courtroom is a matter that's left to his discretion. He can say, yes, we can have 100 cameras in here, or he could say, no, there will be 0 cameras in here, or anything in between. It's left to his sound discretion. Then the state goes into why this is up to his discretion. They point out that there is no constitutional right for the press to record criminal proceedings. Yes, the First Amendment says that the press has the right to cover cases. That's freedom of the press. And speech, freedom of speech to talk about it within the limits here. Now we have this gag order, so there's certain things they can't talk about, they don't even have privy to. But the state reminds the judge there is absolutely no constitutional right for the press to come before you and say they have a right under the Constitution of the United States to film these proceedings. They don't. Then they go into a discussion of the balance between the First Amendment, the Sixth Amendment, and how important it is to ensure that Mr. Kohberger's right to a fair trial, which he brings up in a lot of his filings. If there's a motion to seal some evidence, he will usually raise the issue that he has a Sixth Amendment right to a fair trial, which is right in there in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And the point that just keeps being driven in this case is because it is such a high-profile case, the crimes are so heinous, they really tugged at a lot of people's hearts. What had happened on that horrible night, November 2022, and there have been some really notorious coverages, sensationalizing, making it seem as though Mr. Kohberger was guilty of the crimes on the day of his arrest, which is 100% not the legal authority, not the standard. In the United States, he is 100% presumed innocent of these charges. Again, until or unless he makes a decision to plead guilty to them or any one of them, or there's a trial, which there is a trial scheduled for October 2nd at that time, 2023, that's pending, and the state comes in, they put their case in chief on, the defense comes up and they do their case, and then it goes to the jury. The jury comes back and adjudicates him guilty, then he's guilty, but not before then. So these are the conflicting issues that are being brought before Judge on cameras in the courtroom, as well as whether or not the gag orders should be set aside. And we're going to find out because the hearing on these motions will be held at the end of June 2023, and we'll cover that episode very soon. Until then, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here at the Indie Zone.